Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Dee, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be doing something a little different. I haven't done a CC unhaul in a little while, and I thought this would be kind of the perfect opportunity to kind of just go through some stuff that I haven't, been using. I haven't cleaned out my folder in a hot little minute. Um, so we'll be taking a look at that. And I'm also going to be talking about some important topics that I've really been wanting to talk about on my channel. So we're going to go on ahead and get into those. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to be talking about is my recording status. So lately, because I've talked about this briefly, ooh, excuse me, is that I really want to focus on trying to grow my channel and trying to be more on a consistent basis as much as I can. My goal is to upload at least 2 videos a week. That's what my goal is. There are times that I probably won't make that goal. So for instance, last week I was explaining how busy I was because I had a lot going on, and therefore I didn't have videos ready to be sent out. So, that's a little disappointing, but I had about one video that I used and that worked out well. Uh, so yeah, I want to be on a more consistent basis because how will people find me if I'm not uploading at all? Also, another thing is that I really want to grow my channel into some subscribers. So what I mean by that is I really want to hopefully grow my channel to at least 1,000 subscribers. That is my goal. My goal is to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Honestly, it feels like I'm pushing it. It feels like more I should be reaching for 100 subscribers by the end of the year, but go big or go home. So that's what we're aiming for. As long as I believe that I can do it, then there should be no problem with me trying to do so. So I don't know. One of my other goals is to potentially upload on different platforms. Like, I know that TikTok is a great platform as of right now to be uploading your content because it kind of grows like wildfire. And when you have your stuff trending that way, you can really grow some publicity like that. Also, taking advantage of the Instagram Reels are a good way to do so too. So I want to try and do that, but the only problem is me putting out these videos 2 videos a week. My attention span it's already being taken up. So when you try to try to do the whole, oh, okay, well, let's try to do TikTok and Instagram, it just feels more like an editing process and more time taken out of my days. So that's the most difficult part that I have for me into doing when it comes to Instagram and promoting myself, TikTok, Twitter, all that type of stuff. So I want to try and do that, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. We gotta push forward, okay? We gotta make some kind of goals. So now that I've talked about what I kind of want my channel to be as of right now, what's the direction I want to go in, I really want to talk about what's happening as of right now. So currently, the 2 LPs that I have running is Vampire Legacies and Whimsy Stories. I also have some LPs that I never really finished simply because I don't know, I just never put the time into them. Like the university one was actually pretty fun for that time being. I just didn't go back. Well, actually, to talk about that LP, with the university LP, when I believe her name was Lila, my sim Lila, when she got sick with the Life Tragedies mod, I believe. That was very traumatic. That was a whole experience that was very much so fun. Who's in a bad mood? Oh, I think it's. Wait, what? Lila's not feeling well. She could have gotten a disease. No! And so that was very different. That put me in a whole loophole. Now, when I went back to go play that same save file, or I don't did I go back to playing the save file? I just know there was some save file that I was playing. And for some reason, when you had the Life Tragedies mod, it kept, like, for some reason random people would get kidnapped like 24/7. Like, I'm in my like apartment, the apartment, and all of a sudden everybody was getting kidnapped and they were being added into my household. That was very much so annoying, so I had to take that out of my game. Now, going back to the University LP, it's just, not only was the life tragedies mod kind of holding me back from continuing filming that save file, but I think, I don't know, I just didn't find the motivation to be like, okay, let's film this next. So that was another thing. In terms of also the not so very save file, that was something that I truly honestly missed. And so I actually went back and I played a couple of days off screen. I just never went back into actually recording for that LP. And I did a makeover for the main character. I just never got to the point of re-recording for all of that and uploading. At some point, I do want to get back into the Not So Berry LP, but in terms of the University LP, I kind of want to change it up. At some point this year, I want to redo the University LP, but I don't want to make it into a legacy or anything like that. I just want it to be a short challenge, like a mini series, and then we can call it a day, because that's how I aim for that University LP. Now, the big thing that I want to be talking about today is the Vampire Legacies series. I'm having very conflicting thoughts about that LP because everybody loves that LP. I gain a lot of attention from that. I think it's mainly because you put the word legacies in a Sims series, and I think people automatically just click on it. So I think that's why a lot of people are garnering a lot of attention. And I also think vampires are in general are intriguing. But the hard thing that I'm finding about vampires is that they are very difficult to play with fun. So what I mean by that, because they have all this life ahead of them, they really don't sleep. They're just around. You can't really put them out in the sun like that. Otherwise they'll have like some issues, complications, stuff like that. So they just, in order for you, unless you have certain mods to go with your vampires, they aren't really that much that fun. Believe it or not. You can go around and you can bite all the Sims that you want. You can go around and vampirically spar with all kinds of Sims, all kinds of vampires. But at the end of the day, they have so much time on their hands and that it just feels more like a task trying to figure out what to do with them rather than trying to go with the flow with it. When you have your regular human Sims, you can go out to parties, you can what else can you do? You can go out on jobs and you can have so much drama and stuff like that. But when I think of it in terms of occult Sims, I don't necessarily think of it that way. Maybe that's probably why I'm having these thoughts now, is because I don't know, maybe some things do need to be changed. In general, what I'm trying to get at is that I'm thinking about putting Vampire Legacies on pause. Now, I know I feel like I'm gonna get attacked, and I don't think nobody's gonna attack me. I'm only saying this because Vampire Legacies, I have a hit and a miss. I have a hit and a miss with this series. And at times I'm having a lot of fun with it, but then at other times I find it extremely boring and I'm trying to get the time to pass by fast and I just don't know what else to do. My only thing to make the time really go by is having these the children age up in the series, and also having them age up and getting their vampire powers is what I'm really trying to aim for. So I don't know. I'm thinking at some point, I want to pause the Vampire Legacy series and come back to it at a later date, because um, it's not as much, well, I don't want to say it's not as much fun. It's not really hitting me like how I thought it would in the beginning when I first started recording the series. So I don't know how else I should figure out this slump that I'm having with this series. Right now I'm recording Whimsy stories, and I'm trying to see how that will turn out once the once I get through with like filming the first generation and stuff, I wonder how my opinion will change going forward in the future and in terms of legacy stories or legacy challenges. I think my biggest main issue with the Vampire Legacies series is that I don't have a specific challenge to go off of. So, you know how in Whimsy Stories we have to have a certain skill set, and we have to have certain things set, and our houses have to be made in a certain way because of in order to move on to the next generation. But in terms of my Vampire Legacy stories, I was just like, oh, let's go on ahead, hop on into it, and let's do whatever we want and see how that goes. But I don't have any goals. I don't have any set standards or anything like that. So it's kind of making me think like, oh, well, what should I do next? So that's kind of infuriating. So moving on, I've also been thinking about doing some other series, but I really want to try so much. Like I want to do so many things. Like I want to do 100 baby challenge. I want to do the crybaby whims. I want to do the human enough challenge. I want to do Black Widow. There's just so much that I want to do, but I feel like I'd be trying to pack so much stuff and I'd get bored of it. That's what's so disappointing about The Sims 4 specifically, is that I get bored with it so very much so quickly. That's why I must have mods in this game. Like I have to. I can't withstand it otherwise. So all I'm trying to do is find something that's really fun, find something that's going to challenge me. And currently right now what I have with the series, I'm having okay fun with it. Uh I've been having some good times. I've been trying to spice it up some. I've been trying to have, making sure I step out of my comfort zone and try to do different things and make sure my Sims do different stuff so that I can have an enjoyable time. So, I've been trying out behind the scenes. Is what I'll do is I'll go into different save files or I'll create a new save file and I'll try to play different challenges on my own to see how I feel about it. Because a lot of times I like to play The Sims on my own just to see if I actually like this challenge, if it's something that I will enjoy. So that's what I've been doing. So currently I have been working on witches because I don't know, I was extremely inspired. I watched a series by the Black Widow series by LOL Kalia, and she's using witches as her Black Widow, and I was like, wow, I haven't played with witches in such a long time and I really want to experience that again. But she's making it seem so much fun. But from what I can remember, I remember witches being, they weren't necessarily bad, but they weren't also that good either. I got bored with them very quickly, and so that's what I'm trying right now to see how I will be working with these witches. I've also been doing a challenge by Miss Lollipop Sims. She has some legacy challenge. I don't remember what it's called, but it's filled with like crap ton of drama, so much going on. I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll actually like this. So that's what I've been trying to do as well. So just some stuff going on off screen that I wanted to see how I like them and maybe incorporate them into my series. But I think overall, in general, what I think I'm going to like so more so for my channel is not necessarily legacy challenges. I think I'm leaning more towards a one generation challenge. And what I mean by that is something like the Black Widow challenge. You don't have to do that for many legacies on. You can just do that for one, one sim. And once you kill off all your sims, you're all good and you don't have to worry about like continuing on that, killing all these sims, making some money, all that type of stuff. So I think that's something that I most likely will like more so in the future. I realize I hoard a lot of clothes and a lot of accessories, and I don't really have much to, get rid of. So I think I'm just gonna leave it at that, okay? There wasn't that much of a CC haul. It felt like I was creating a sim, but it doesn't even matter because I really just wanted to have a nice little chat with you all and explain my thoughts, how I'm feeling lately. But I wanted to have something like this created during January 1st of 2022, just to have an established of what I wanted for my channel. But then again, I was thinking to myself, actions speak louder than words. So I was like, maybe I'll apply this logic that I have in my head, making sure that I record and upload 2 videos a week and see how that goes for me, how long I can sustain this, how well I can do this, just making sure that I could even do it in the first place. So that's what I did. And there has been some people coming up on the channel and telling me their thoughts, and I really appreciate it. Like, I'm actually trying really hard to make sure my content is enjoyable for you all. And that's really all I wanted to say. Tell me y'all's comments down below. This was more of a chit chat video, talking with my friends, and I'll see you guys next week. Or yeah, I'll see you guys next week because I'm gonna have a video coming out before this video. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Please comment and tell me what you all think. Subscribe too, because my goal is 1,000. Like, where are you? Well, like, come on. Anyways, I'll see you guys, and make sure you stay safe. Take your medication, go to the gym, get a nice little stretch, get a nice little workout, and as always, upgrade your credit score. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.